Hey folks, it's been 1 year, so that means it's a paper gift that you have to give us.
I've got a baby.
I think I remember how this technology works.
Hey, spring has sprung on the virtual stage.
Hey, I'm here, everyone. Are you?
Good evening, good evening, good evening, and good evening. A few of us are getting that. It's difficult to operate the thing while you're carrying a baby at the same time. So Chrissy's just got some mad skills on that. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us. I can't believe it, but it's been 1 whole year that we've been online. It's not the anniversary we wanted, but it's the one you're here. And I see so many people that we've seen week after week or coming when they can. That's fantastic. I think I see one in the waiting room too, Carrie. I don't know if you see that one. Yeah, it's insanity. But I'm really proud of this team for jumping in on this. We have cast members in here who have never even had a chance to perform on our stage as cast members. And they've jumped in and we all figured out how to do this all online. So yeah, good job, everybody. And yeah, so I figured we should have a fun show. I mean, that's generally what you do in these things. Those of you guys out on Facebook, please like and share. That'd be really cool. If you're out on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Those are two things. We love it when you do. Folks, we do ask that you purchase tickets this evening, but what we do to give it some equity is we ask to pay what you can. So pay what you wish, I should say. So if you can afford $10 a ticket, go ahead and give us 10. If you feel like it's 20, it's great. If you feel like you're in, it's just like $200 because I love you guys, that's your choice too. We just ask that you do help us out and yeah, buy a ticket. You can do that in one of two great ways, and this is where I have to multitask and remember that I need to copy and paste. In the chat, you can do it through, oh no, Carrie's got it. You know what? This is why Carrie is awesome. If anybody doesn't realize how awesome Carrie is insanely awesome. She has been here right now, I think, longer than any cast member besides myself involved in BYOI. I'm not sure if you're over a decade yet, or is this year the decade? I think this year is.
I'm gonna unmute. This is my 10th year, I think.
Yeah, you've now been with the group for an entire decade. Let's give Carrie a hand.
For 12?
You can do the what do you call it? This is the sign language for applause. So this is incredible. Yeah. All right,
Yay!
I'll bring you back
guys.
in a moment. So yeah, the chat. You know what? That's an important part of our show. You're going to go ahead and use the chat by go ahead and find that button down there that says chat, or it might be in a different place. And then if you go ahead and look in the corner, you're going to see the chat there. And what you're going to do in the chat right now is just write something awesome about Carrie. That's what you're going to do. That's maybe we'll use it as a suggestion later, but if not, you're just going to write something fantastic about Carrie. Cool. Well, not only do I have Carrie this evening, I also have ridiculously amazing cast. Let's see some of those people right now if they figure out and remember how to use Spotlight. Let's see Chrissy.
A dog right now. But oh, there she is. There you are.
Figured out Ad. She missed her place, but she figured out Ad. We've got Mallory.
I kind of know the technology stuff. I'd hope I would. I've done improv only online.
We have Ian.
Yeah, I'm not really sure Mallory exists. We'll put that to test at some point.
There's Eric.
Oh, hello there.
And of course, Meredith.
Oh no, how do I did it. I did it. Guess what? I'm here.
Meredith, huge on talent and working on it on computer skills.
It's been a year, okay?
You okay. You make up for it in your fun.
I need 3 more years of this to learn everything. You get a graduate degree from it.
All right, cool. My name's Daniel, and of course, no BYOI show is complete without our featured audience member, something that's been a very important part of our show. A featured audience member is a very safe thing to do. You gave your name to Carrie, or she just put her name in the cup in general. Is that a little margarita glass?
It is. Since it's the 7 o'clock, it's gonna be the
virgin
lime
margarita.
sherbet.
Yes,
glass.
the lime sherbet glass. That's fantastic. So that person, we're going to ask them a couple of questions to help us with our first game. The people that ask questions are going to be super nice to you. Whose name is in there?
So in the little tiny ones for our celebration, it's Sean. I'm sorry, Shane, and it's his birthday.
Shane's birthday.
Yay!
Hey. All right. Hey there, Shane.
Howdy.
Howdy. So we got a couple people that are coming up right now to make sure that they can interview you. Just answer the questions honestly. Seriously, no pressure. They're only questions about yourself. So hopefully you know the answers. I'm going to leave it to Ian and Mallory because they are the experts.
Hey, Shane, welcome to our anniversary show. Yeah. Would you?
Oh, if I was back to when I was a young kid and found comic books, any comic book. So any sort of like superhero related in the attention of the media, but also sort of secretive, because the topic I like discussing the least is myself. So I feel like that's kind of a good balance. And who doesn't want to fly or throw rocks and other things at people who are bad?
Yeah,
All
I mean, see, Ian doesn't know that I actually am a superhero on the side. That's why I'm only virtually here. But, you know, with that whole superpower thing, like you mentioned, flying or being able to throw rocks with your mind. So if you could pick just one of those superpowers, which one would you want and why?
It has to be technically a combination, but it would definitely be flight because I've enjoyed flying. The few times I piloted were very fun. But to be able to have the human body withstand the pressure and G-force of air and physics, I need some sort of like enhanced durability. So it doesn't have to be all the time, but some sort of flight where my skin is not flayed to pieces, or I don't have to dress in like an astronaut costume to get from town A to town B.
Sure. Teflon skin or some equivalent.
So maybe it didn't have to be so technical.
Yeah, well, no, that's fine. That's fine. It's all good stuff. And so, hey, let's go a little further with this. Let's imagine your typical day in your dream job as an ultra powerful but a little bit modest crime fighter. So take us through. Just wake up and kind of take us through how you imagine that kind of a day would go.
Well, first I would check in with my lovely family, make sure that they didn't need anything taken care of. Want to make sure you have that home work life. Then
Interrupt. We got to have a little more detail on the family. So who's in the family?
Okay. That would be my girlfriend Karen and my stepdaughter Carolyn.
Okay. So girlfriend Karen, one word to describe her.
Very hard. There are so many words. Fantastic.
Fantastic. That's about sums it up. And your stepdaughter, Kaylin? One word?
Grateful.
Grateful. That's good in a stepchild. That's okay. So, all right. So you make sure they're all settled. Everything's good. Everything's good at home, and you're ready to go out with no more worries.
Yeah. Then I, go. Motorcycles. I don't know if they interrupt in the background. Sorry.
No, you're flying faster than the motorcycles. I got it. I got the visual.
Yeah,
on it.
yeah. Well, I'd have to check in with probably the chief's office or the mayor. Dress in my costume, which is some sort of not spandex, but definitely some sort of like armored composite material with way more pouches than I need. And then I'd have to double back because of course I forgot one thing. So I'm a little bit late, but I'd show up to the chief's and he's missing for some reason.
Intriguing. All right, I'm going to derail because I am very hungry and no Bring Your Own Improv interview is complete without a question about food. So in your superhero day, what would be your favorite snack? Like hard day of crime fighting, you come home, what are you having?
Hands down, cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger. Good choice. Anything specific on the cheeseburger? The standard burger cheese?
Just extra onions. No lettuce, no tomato, none of that crap. Bacon if I have it, but can't do bacon all the time because it's not that good for you. So you got to do like bacon every third burger just to be healthy.
All right, so you're out there dealing with this tremendous mystery. I know a lot of times superheroes have sidekicks, and sometimes it's a little bit odd relationships, but it's always a little more endearing when the sidekick is actually an animal sidekick. So let us know what kind of animal would your animal sidekick be, like Crypto the super dog, or one of those instead of.
Oh, I got this.
Person. Okay.
A highly intelligent telepathic sugar glider.
Sugar glider, all right, which is a mammal that lives in the rainforest.
Yes.
And can glide and eats fruit.
All right, the interview's over, Shane. The first game that we're going to play is called Fam Day in the Life. So what we are going to do is we're going to take some of the answers that you've given us, and we are going to try and reconstruct what a day in your life is normally like. You got muted again. I'm going to unmute you. And I'm going to ask you, out of all of our cast, excluding myself, who's hosting, who would you like to play you in our Fam Day in the Life?
Oh, hey, look through. I know there's Ian, Mallory, Carrie, Meredith, and besides you, just want to make sure I'm not missing anyone.
You got 5 to choose from.
Daniel, I could choose anyone but you, right?
Pretty much.
Okay. I should make this more fun. I like Ian's hair. I feel like his hair is good because it can either be a wig, he can remove it, or like it's styled enough so if he does anything different with him, he looks like a different person. Or if it's Ian, I'm sorry if I said
We'll try
that.
and let Ian's hair be you. Who should
Yes.
Ian be? Oh, no.
He could be like the costume.
All right, so Ian will play you, and we are going to start off with a day in the life, starting off at breakfast time, where you and Karen and Caroline are planning your day.
All right, guys, big day ahead, but hey, we have any bacon left for breakfast, or did I use it all on my cheeseburger last night?
I can look in the fridge. I mean, Mom did make eggs today, but there was no bacon. I can go look. Hang on. There isn't any, but my friends and I are walking around the block today, so maybe we can stop by the supermarket.
So, darling, I'm so excited for you to be doing that. That is a fantastic idea. What I kind of want to know is, you want to make sure that you're going to be safe. So perhaps someone could help you with being safe and walking to the store to get the bacon.
That would be so cool. Would you be able to do that, Dad?
I certainly can. I certainly can.
It's gonna be great. You got.
We'll
Will you
make
wear
it
the?
a mission to the store. You can join me on the mission.
Can I have one of the unnecessary pouches?
Hey, I've got so many of them, I can easily spare one.
Okay, let's jump forward to that mission to the store where you guys are walking through the store and something ridiculously unexpected happened.
Well, it's always nice to be here with you.
Help! My little kitty cat is stuck up a tree and there's no superhero around to save him.
Ah, miss, that's what you think. Actually, in one of my pouches, I've got just the critter that can help your cat.
Is that
Barney, come on out.
a sugar glider?
That's right.
They
You can
existed.
swoop right up to the top of the tree.
I didn't know those lists existed outside of the rainforest. Oh, please use your sugar glider to save my cat, good sir.
but here in this tree is to keep your cat out of the way. It's the evil lettuce and tomato.
Oh no, not the lettuce and tomatoer. I read about him on the news.
I offer just the slightest amount of nutrition to any meal, and this cat will be nutritious.
Oh no. Super Shane, man. What are we going to do? I really would like to rescue my little kitten.
He's not fresh. He's been in this store far too long. But Barney will read his mind and let us know what his plan is.
Oh, I have one weakness. It's a young girl whose arms swing wildly and decides to have far too much energy. But thankfully, there's no girl around here like this. Shane, you don't have a daughter, do you?
Dad, I found the bacon.
Oh,
Excellent.
no. The one thing lettuce and tomato can't handle or be healthy with, the bacon. Oh, no.
Wait. How'd this lettuce get up here?
But let's try something else, because leaning too far can be dangerous. Baby, lean to my left. I'm running out of words that start with BLT.
That's all right. You're all done because Barney's retrieved the cat. Here you go.
No, the cat is now not nutritious and I'm missing a piece of lettuce. If only I had value, quantity, and even the slightest amount of nutritional value, I could have won.
You better go back on the store shelf and get sprayed with those chemicals.
Oh.
Okay, let's jump to the end of your day where both you and Barney the Sugar Glider are being rewarded for your heroic deeds at the supermarket.
Well, couldn't find the mayor or the chief today, but fortunately the store manager is in.
What we didn't know all along was I was a store manager, your darlingest wife, and I just wanted to present to you the most wonderful thing of all, this fantastic medal. Thank you for all that you do.
Thank you so much. I've got just the pouch for that, and it's in my hair.
And scene. So Shane, that was exactly like a regular day for you, right? I'll take silence as approval.
All right, so let us move on to the next game. We are going to be playing, unfortunately.
I got it, Meredith. I got it. Let us move to the next game. That was hilarious.
Okay. Technology, man. So we're going to play a game called Fortunately, Unfortunately. What's going to happen is we're going to have two different storytellers. One storyteller that always starts every sentence with fortunately, and another storyteller that always tells the story starting with the word unfortunately, hence the name Fortunately, Unfortunately. During this game and the storytelling, we're going to have two actors that are actually going to enact the scene. So we're going to need, oh golly, what's that number? We are going to need, I believe, one person. We're going to need one person to actually be that storyteller. So if anybody thinks that they can help out tell a story, progress a story, and make it something fun and exciting, that'll be great. So I actually see, Shane, I know that you just went, but I'm going to go with Corey for right now because we'll just get a couple new faces. And then if we'll bring you back on later on if you choose to do that game. So why don't we go ahead and bring Chrissy, Mallory, and Eric on, right? Nope.
Ian.
No.
Ian on. There we go. Thank you. Oh, Lordy team. Here we are. And then we could get started. So who is the storyteller with Corey? Chrissy.
Me, yes.
Awesome. So Corey, you are going to be the storyteller with Chrissy. Do you want to be fortunately or unfortunately?
I will be fortunately because Chrissy is awesome.
Yes.
Well,
yes,
thank
she
you.
is. So you will go ahead and you will be fortunately. Chrissy will be unfortunately. Then we'll have our two players enact the scene. Now let's go ahead and try and figure out what the scene will be about. So the spring is happening, and up north is probably not as warm right now. But what are people's favorite springtime activities? All right, I see walking and hiking. Okay, excellent. So how about hiking and trying to find eggs? So that is going to be our story today, is hiking for eggs. And I will start the story off. Fortunately, Günther and Hansel were hiking in the woods and finding many eggs.
Fortunately, the Easter eggs were founded in the Easter Bunny's basket, and the children loved it.
Unfortunately, the basket of eggs had a big hole in it.
All right, let me just grab this and I don't think that was supposed to happen.
Fortunately, they found better Easter eggs a better basket to have to put those Easter eggs in.
I took a class, should be able to make this a little more effective.
Unfortunately, Hansel was not very good at making things more effective.
I was just struck speechless by the sight of those eggs. I really can't do more than look at them and smell them.
Fortunately, they found the Easter Bunny, and they all went, "Yay!"
Unfortunately,
Well, there's got to be a bunny around here if there's eggs.
unfortunately, the Easter Bunny told them that Easter was in danger and they needed to find so many more eggs for all the kids.
You want us to find how many? I'm sorry, there's like 45 here. How many more did you want?
Fortunately, there were all 45 Easter eggs came inside a nice, fresh basket.
All right, hang on. I think I know another good hiding spot. Oh, look, this one's nice and new.
Unfortunately, there was a big bird that thought all those eggs belonged to her.
Ah, it's worse than rabbits.
Fortunately, the rabbits weren't that harmful.
Huh. Hey, little guys, maybe you can scare away this bird. Hop, hop, hop.
Unfortunately, after only 10 more seconds, there was double the amount of bunnies.
Oh my God, they're everywhere. Oh my God, I can't move. There's just too many of them.
Fortunately, there wasn't as many eggs to put them under pressure.
All right. Oh, all right. So we have this many. We should be good, at least for the beginning. So we won't have to really worry about moving anymore.
Unfortunately, Easter was almost over, and Victor and Hansel hadn't really done anything helpful.
Well, the eggs are here, we're here, but the dinner is supposed to be way back at home.
Fortunately, when they came back home, they found Easter eggs inside all over their kitchen, and it left a nice surprise for them.
Hey, the bunnies have been here too. Eggs everywhere.
Unfortunately,
End scene. When your house is a mess from all the bunnies, you know you might have a problem. So that's just the way things are. Fortunately, we have some friends coming to see us, and they're going to be somebody very famous with something very important to tell us, and that is going to be played by Eric. So Eric, are you there?
Yes, I am, Daniel.
Cool. Can you go to the breakout room so we can make
Sure.
life difficult for you?
I'm out of here. See you later, people.
All right, so when we see him drop off this screen, we'll know moved over. So folks, we're playing a game called Press Conference. And the way this game works is that Eric is going to be somebody famous, and he's here to make some sort of announcement in some way. He figured out how to get to the breakout room? Okay, there he goes. There he goes. Okay. The first thing we'll have some press there that'll be asking him questions, and you notice he's not in the room because we're going to figure those things out right now, and the press are going to have to ask him questions and help him figure out what those are. So what I need is there is someone here that feels like they could be a member of a press and offer really good hints, very obscure, that might help him guess who he is and what he's here to announce. So you put your name in the chat and say, pick me, or I want to play. And if you don't have anything, you can sit there quietly and just, you get to be on the screen, take a couple screenshots and be like, I played, it was fun. All right, so Sean, it sounds like we were there. Where is Sean? There he is. All right, Sean. All right, how's the signal, Sean?
Should be good.
Okay, all right, good. All right, so I've got my other folks coming up as the press. So they're going to jump in soon. So here's the thing, guys. We're going to test some knowledge. I got to try to play with Eric because that's where a lot of fun is. So here's the deal in the chat. There are two things I'm going to ask you for people, and then I'll take that and turn it. First, most obscure Star Wars character you can think of, put that in the chat. And think about as obscure as you possibly can. Put that in the chat because they're going to test his knowledge. And just in case, whoever the most intelligent people on the planet, put some of their names over in the chat. That will help as well. So we're going to go ahead and just go ahead and put, if you think it's obscure, go ahead and drop those in there. Oh, God, even I don't know two of these. Wow. There's going to be some Googling going on from some of the cast here. Okay. And maybe some of these really intelligent people too. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, wow. Sean, how's your Star Wars knowledge?
I'm cringing right
now. All right, so I'm gonna grab, because we got Shane. Shane is the fam, but there's such a good tier. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. This is gonna take forever, but I'm excited. So he is Tycho, a rebel fighter pilot. Okay, if you get Tycho, fantastic. But if he gets rebel fighter pilot, we might let him go on that. Depends on how it's getting tough. Okay. And he is here because I saw Steve Jobs in there. He's here to announce that he created a Panda Baba app. It's a Panda Baba app. So Walker and Lori, thank you for that one. This is just going to be a fun Star Wars adventure, as I think everyone on the screen right now is Googling like crazy. So I'll try to stall. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, all right. Meredith and Mallory, you see that in the chat? Because that's going to be really helpful.
That does help. All right. I've only seen like the movies and like a little bit of the Clone Wars.
Okay. All right. This will be fantastic. Guys, this is just going to make it more fun. Sean, are you ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. And Meredith, do you remember 20 seconds ago? All right. I hope you wrote this down. And Mallory, do you remember?
Yeah.
Right. So it's a rebel fighter pilot named Tycho. If they can get Tycho, great. And they're creating an app, the Panda Baba app, which is that little creature that sits near Jabba the Hutt. It's an app to give you one of those things. All right. All right, we good? Oh my God. All right, audience, if you know Star Wars, you'll be able, I'm looking at Chrissy's face right now, just going, thank God I'm not in this game. All right, so what you need to do is we send a message to Eric. Now make sure you write nothing more in the chat, because when he comes back, we'll be able to see only what was written in the chat when he comes in, okay? So if he's getting close, I want you to give a thumbs up. You give a thumbs up to the camera. That means Eric's getting close. All right. And if he gets it, then you're going to go wild and crazy and clap. You might have to clap very hard so he might hear you. You know what? We have amazing guests in here that even I had trouble knowing. So enjoy your press conference. Also, you're muted.
It sounds like your microphone is having some difficulties, sir.
One thing I didn't invent was the microphone. So I'd like to thank everyone for coming here today. I'm going to be talking about whatever it is I created and fielding questions from you. Instead of actually telling you about it, why don't you just ask me some questions? Yes, you in the blue hat.
Yes, Geraldine from the Gazette of the Stars. I thought that you were more of a lover, not the other thing.
No, definitely not a fighter, not at all. Or perhaps I am a fighter of some sort.
I do have a question.
Yes, you in the green hat.
Hi, yes, John of Deer Enterprises. I have a question. How did you get away with not being on the forefront, the front of the lines, if you will, being more of the underground dealings?
Well, you know, as an underground fighter of some sort, I generally push my way to the front of the line. But this time I just kind of felt like hanging back and not being in the forefront.
Did your parents or anybody tell you that this was just a kind of phase you were going through?
No, I always kind of felt like this is my life calling.
Hello.
Yeah, you're
question.
the bald guy.
Yeah, Bob Bobbington, Alliance News. Some say that you're a rebel with a cause. How do you feel about that?
Well, I don't know. I feel that it's the kind of thing that might make me want to wrap my car around a tree and kill myself. Apparently,
up here, over here.
yes, you with the polka dot hat.
Yeah, Geraldine of the Gazette of the Stars. You know, I thought that you preferred to use a different vehicle to transport yourself from place to place. Not that one. That's very confusing that you would use that kind of transportation device and not the one that's very much so not it.
Well, the Pope Mobile was taken, as was the Batmobile.
I'm surprised that you like to use anything with wheels, to be honest.
Well, I'm a born walker. I walk a lot. You know, being a Texas Ranger.
Speaking of Walker, do you know him?
Yeah, he comes to all our shows. Oh, wait, no, sorry. Yeah, I know lots of people named Walker.
Oh, question.
Yeah, the naked one.
Yeah, you know, that thing. Well, you said you know a lot of walkers. Do you know that one with the head up in the clouds?
Yes, has this weird infatuation with his sister, Luke Skywalker.
Yes, over here, please.
Yes, the one in the yarmulke.
Yeah, Geraldine. I am wondering if you've ever felt any tension actually between you and Luke. Do you ever feel like maybe there's a bit of a competition between you two?
Nah, I mean, when you're Han Solo, you really don't have that kind of competition. But I'm not him, so it certainly wouldn't be something I'd be concerned about. But yes, the one with the wooden leg.
You mateys. Yes, you know. Can you just repeat that answer? I had a little bit of a typo in my note taking.
Yeah, I've actually forgotten what I said. Probably having something to do with not being a Han Solo. I feel like my head's in a galaxy far, far away. I'm having difficulties thinking. I don't know why I'd have a competition with Luke if I wasn't Darth Vader.
excuse me.
Or Anakin Skywalker. Yes, the one with the turban.
So yeah, I'm so glad that you still recognize me. I wear many hats for my job. So I am wondering, it's not necessarily that you're fighting Luke Skywalker. You are teammates as much as perhaps maybe you're a little bit jealous of him. But again, I also, funnily enough, I have a typo here, a technical typo here, and I might need some help with that. Did you say something along the lines of that you're super duper not any main character whatsoever in Star Wars?
If I wasn't any sort of a super duper character in Star Wars, I'd probably be someone like Wedge Antilles. I eventually take over Rogue Squadron. Perhaps I'd be someone more like Porkins. I mean, if you're calling me fat.
Well, I'm glad that you brought up the Rogue Squadron. I thought you were more of a leader.
Well, I am. That's why they call me Rogue One. Yes, you, the one with the slinky on her head.
So, just out of curiosity, I heard that you have little kids, sometimes people might call them tykes. Like they're so cute and little. Like, what is your favorite thing about those little guys, those little tykes?
Those little guys. Well, they remind me a lot of Jawas or Ugnaughts. Like little baby Yodas. Really wish I had some better question askers here. Anyone else want to ask something relevant?
Those tykes. Oh, they're just so cute.
They certainly are. Those Star Wars tykes.
Oh, those tykes. Oh.
Tykes.
Oh.
Yeah. There might have been a guy named Captain Tycho or something along those lines. Apparently that's me.
And what would make you want to start something like this?
Well, obviously I'm very forgetful. I don't even remember who I am. But when you're bored, you do that kind of thing. Yeah, the hippie with the long hair.
So I'm wondering, were you hoping that people will be able to use this on all devices? You're not planning on having it only just be one mainstream device. It's supposed to be for all devices, for any person to use.
Well, yeah, we would want to be able to reach as many people as possible we can with these apps that we've developed.
Do you think that this is the right person to be the face of your app?
Well, the other ones cost too much. And, I do like your style, Mr. Don't Wait For Me to Call Any Guy. Just at any point, shout out a question. It's perfectly fine.
I have a
How about
question.
you, Toots?
I got a question. All right. Well, my question. When you had to obviously make a couple of business deals for this whole application to go down.
Mm-hmm.
Did you end up having to deal with any sort of like beasts or have any maybe close encounters with like a rancor or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, we did have a few problems, but we got Jabba the Hutt to be the face of our app. But then he was too big and fat, so we had to get someone else from his palace there. So we kind of just started going through, and we had Yak Face and Eyes, and Boba Fett was there. Ulla the Dancing Girl. We tried them all out for the face of our app.
You said something about a dancing girl. Were there any others?
Well, there was Bib Fortuna. He's the major domo of Jabba the Hutt. Pray tell, years later, he took over the palace once Jabba was dead. So, I mean, I created an app that acts as like a lieutenant to whisper in people's ears horrible, bad things. Yes, you on the braces.
Yes. So, I was wondering, perhaps maybe this app could have maybe been a little bit smaller. So I understood that maybe you wanted to have this be a bigger than life kind of app, but you were really concentrating on that itty bitty little technical detail of Jabba's palace.
Yeah, Salacious Crumb really was probably the smallest guy in there that we could think of, you know, being a lizard monkey and all. He cackled too much, so we had to fire him, apparently.
So I think we need to stay with the rogue surgeon. But you're in the right area.
Wow, I got nothing. I mean, do you guys even take a look at this thing? I mean, could you describe it if you took a look at it?
It's kind of like a baboon with a chin that is the end of the baboon.
Yeah.
Relevant question.
Yes, please ask another question.
Sometimes we have grandparents and we call them different names. For instance, like I called my grandfather Papa, and some people might call them other names with other plosive consonants. Would you perhaps have ever named your grandfather something that maybe sounded similar to that?
Yes.
That's great. Oh, I'll give that.
I wish they'd sent some reporters who knew something about Star Wars.
I have a question.
Yes,
I have a question.
please. Ask your
some
question.
of my adoring fans on my podcast have a question. So you got to meet this person, absolutely. This help.
So I thought I was Captain Tycho. We're talking
yes,
about the
you
app
are.
I developed.
Yes, that inspired this beautiful app. Was it hard, the fact they were missing an arm from some cantina incident?
Well, Walrus Man was a good friend of mine, and his first name was Bib. No, it wasn't. It was Ponda Baba. That's who Walrus Man was. So I created an app starring Ponda Baba. I'm pointing the finger directly at Walker for this one. I don't think anyone else would have come up with all that.
And scene. So the fun thing is when you get bad information and you're like, yeah, that creature right next to Jabba in the palace. And then you're like, maybe I should look this up. You know, that character wasn't in the palace at all.
Yep.
So that couldn't
Not
be
even
having the
close.
problem he was having. Oh, so whoever gave us the bad info, it was fun. But yeah, you know, we wanted to give you a Star Wars centric piece. So it was not just Walker. There was an array of different people here that are big Star Wars fans, deep into the lore.
I'm probably the only one who would have gotten any of them right.
That's what I figured. It's just fun having Mallory and Meredith and Sean have to come up with clues for these things that they did not know as much about. So yeah, I think I know this. I'm going to pass it off to Ian.
Yes, and we know that bad clues are the unkindest cut of all, but we won't dwell over those long, hard cuts in that last game. We'll go to shortcuts for our next game. Our next game is shortcuts, where my cast and some of you will just be doing some quick scenes, and at various times during the scene, somebody may jump in and cut into that scene, either by taking somebody out and adding themselves in, or joining the scene in a different way, or possibly just wiping the scene and starting a new one that was inspired by the one before. We'll just be in and out doing all kinds of little quick scenes, and I can take, I believe, 2 of you if you would like to join us for this. One of you who would like to join us for this. If you would wish, you can volunteer with us. And I need to get out of this view so that I can see if there's a volunteer. If not, we'll just go ahead with the cat. Oh, okay, Shane, we were waiting for you. We knew you had a volunteer in you, so we will bring you into this game with us. So
I do have one question.
Yeah.
I don't I'm not very familiar with Zoom. It's like a second time using it, and I've seen the screens kind of swap when other people talk. How do you know when it's your turn to talk?
You'll know because somebody else will take care of it for you, Shane.
Okay.
When you see yourself come up on the screen, you'll know it's your turn.
Like that? Gotcha. Okay, thank you.
Yep. We'll take care of the logistics for you. All you have to do is when you see that you're in a scene, be in the scene. Nice and easy.
I'll just do it.
So I'll take a couple of my people to start things out, and I will go back, way back, and after much scrolling, find something nice about Carrie to inspire us for this scene. I think we got to go with Purple Princess. So we got to cast up. Our initial scene will be inspired by Purple Princess.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Such a lovely day in the Purple Kingdom. Oh, Meredith, I didn't know you would be here.
Well, you see, Purple Princess, I know that I'm very contrarian to you, seeing as I am so yellow. But I was hoping perhaps we could complement each other, and maybe our kingdoms could unite.
Listen, I know with Easter coming up, you always say purple and yellow look so good together, but it's just not in the cards for us. I mean, next thing you know, we're going to have the Green Princess over here asking for a collaboration again.
All right. I think I have another plan. How else am I supposed to take over her jam?
I know this is very stressful, Your Majesty, and you just promoted me to Captain of the Guards. But maybe if we go for more of a pastel yellow instead of a bright yellow, we could maybe blend a little better.
I have an idea.
Dave.
Oh, Majesty, I heard you sing.
Dave, I wanted to come down to you because I'm having a problem as I was beginning to sing. I'm having a trouble figuring out which princess is which. I have to admit this to someone, Dave. I'm colorblind. And as the ruler of this kingdom, I'm lost without you. Yes, Dave, I'm talking to you. Yep, Dave, right there. Also known as Shane.
Yes, as you know, I have short-term memory loss from that lance to the head, and I forget my name. Dave?
I'll just start calling you Shane. It'll make your life easier.
Yes, that'll be helpful. I believe the princess is the one who's not pink, but not yellow, but purple.
Yeah, no, Shane, I get that. The trouble is still that I'm colorblind. Like I can see black and I can see white and a little bit of gray in between. And I don't know which one of my princesses.
What if we got her like a big cloak that says P on the back of it?
Oh, okay. All right. And the yellow
wait,
one?
She already has a cloak with 2 small P's.
Oh, no.
Power.
A PP? I can't have a PP.
Well, no, she has one. We got like a crown that's like gold and shaped in a P.
Okay, I still can't see gold. Shane, we're having trouble here.
What if we get her a bag of P's to wear around her neck?
I need you to save me. Won't you help? Won't you help? Why won't you just go with me and tell me which one of my daughters is which?
For you I will accept this quest, aid you for these three. One is purple, one is pink, the other color I can see. We'll go to the witch in the woods, who can grant you eyes of an eagle.
All right.
And
fantastic.
then you'll be able to see, because everyone knows eagles see.
Shane, do they see it?
Let's cut to the woods where the witch lives.
Well, they're trying to do good things at the palace, but we have all the evil we need here in the woods to foil their plans.
The woods are full of so much evil, so much foiling afoot.
That's right. Everything is darker here. We can get rid of all their pastels by bringing the darkness and the shade of the trees to the palace.
Black is the new pastel.
Yeah, hi, I'm the Green Princess. I got the invite that there was going to be some food here.
Why, hello, princess. Welcome.
Hey, what kind of snacks you got?
You must have gotten green by eating all those peas.
And we
Vegetables, bleh.
How about this nice apple, which is covered in poison?
Ooh, I like poison.
I'll go forage.
Cyanide.
My plan is working.
And scene, as we don't need to see the shade descend upon the kingdom, we have nice staff that can sing, and that's enough to give us happy times and happy memories, no matter what evil may befall things. And so we move on as I hand it to Mallory for our next game.
Hey everybody, we're going to move on to our next game, which is one of my all-time favorite games to witness, and I will be saving you all from my mixed master skills because we are playing Buster Rap. Now in this game, the cast and some of you will be sitting in the Zoom call looking all fancy, and you will be rapping a story kind of plot with an AAAA structure. So it would be like, well, I have this really cute cat, boom, boom, ch, a boom, boom, ch. It's got a very nice hat, boom, boom, ch, a boom, boom, ch. And they'll keep going and going and going until they forget to speak and they freeze up, which I'm a culprit of, or they reuse a rhyme, or they rhyme that and it's not a rhyme at all, and I just look at them and go, sorry, bud. So if I can have all of the cast, I can take 3 volunteers. All right. Ooh, it looks like Sarah wants to try. So we can bring Sarah in here. Just start adding them in. I have power.
Can we take Karen/Carolyn too? They haven't gotten to play
Of
yet.
course, they can. And it looks like Corey also wants to play. So I am going to take him in as well. It looks like we are just waiting for Meredith and Daniel. And then I'm going to disappear. It looks like we haven't taken anything from the board. So I'm going to do this a little bit challenging. Chrissy, what's something that's 1 syllable on the board?
Late. A little bit late.
A little bit late. All right. So I'm going to pop out of here. And I would like you all in Buster App to confirm that the lineup looks like Chrissy, Eric, Ian, Corey, Karen, Sarah, Daniel, Meredith. We got like a cast volunteer sandwich.
Okay.
Does that look right?
Yeah, it's a little zigzaggy, but we got it.
It's a zigzag. I want to be fancy, Daniel.
You repeat
I
that one?
want pizzazz.
You got it, Mel.
Which way are you going? Can you say it again?
She's going across, then down, then across the other way, then down across.
Make-
If it backfires, we'll just blame it on her.
Challenge. It's a challenge. You guys are awesome. I believe in you all. Chrissy, you can take it away.
I think I'm first. Okay. Well, oh no, everyone, I'm late. Boom, 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 boom.
To win this game is my fate. Boom, 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 boom.
the very top of it, I will rate. Boom, 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 boom.
Corey, that's you.
Corey.
Oh, I like to open up this really big gate. Boom, 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 boom.
Then I worried because I saw a slate. Boom, boom, a boom, boom.
But I gotta make sure it's for the date. Boom, 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 boom.
Boom, boom.
And on that date, I think I'm the bait. Boom, 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 boom.
Don't be confused. I won't debate. Boom, 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 boom.
More love, less hate. Boom, 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 boom.
I'm gonna win because my rhymes are great. Boom, 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 boom.
Serve them all up on a big gold plate. Boom, 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 boom.
Something that I can relate. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, this rhyme is really great.
Oh, Carolyn, Eric already used that. So unfortunately, you are out of the running. All right. So in the chat, audience, can you give us a couple more one-syllable words? Couple of quick, off-the-cuff ones. All right, I saw 2 people put dog in right away. So Sarah, you're gonna kick us off, and the word is dog.
Oh, right next to me is a very cute dog. Boom, 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 boom.
According to her system, you're next, Meredith.
But I can't see, so I'm dead on a log. Boom, 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 boom.
Ribbit, ribbit. Look, a frog. Boom, 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 boom.
Look at all the smog. Boom, 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 boom.
How can I look? I'm caught in a fog. Boom, 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 boom.
Another name for a gear is called a cog. Boom, 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 boom.
That was me, but I guess like I got lost in the bog. Boom, 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 boom.
Sarah, but thank you so much for playing. Also, Daniel, welcome to the chaos.
It is indeed. It's always good to confuse audience members.
All right.
I wasn't confused. The audience had it down packed, Daniel. You were the one that was confused.
I was confused about where I was going.
Just to clarify, right now, according to your system, it's Chrissy, Eric, Ian, Meredith, me, and Corey now. Yes?
Oh, gotcha. I'm after you, Daniel, right?
I don't know.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. Do what you want. It's not like I'm in charge or anything. Fine.
All right, Mal. Okay.
All right. I see now in Shane's little thing in the chat. So we're gonna go with now. And we're gonna start with we'll start with Chrissy again. So you guys can jump back into it.
Live in the moment for now. Boom, 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 boom.
This order makes no sense. Don't have a cow. Boom, 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 boom.
Gonna run it over with a big old plow. Boom, 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 boom.
I'm just gonna punch through it. Pow! Boom, 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 boom.
Now you hit that tiny sow. Boom, 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 boom.
When it comes to me, I like to play the Dow. Boom, 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 boom.
I'm in Italy. Ciao. Boom, 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 boom.
I got the rhymes. I got the know-how. Boom, 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 boom.
Go on just as long as you allow. Boom, 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 boom.
I'm no longer allowed.
All right, Meredith. Bye. All right, audience, can you give us a couple of 2-syllable words in the chat? All right. Let's go with balloon.
Oh.
Because Meredith just left. Daniel, it's now your turn.
Okay, then it goes to Corey, right?
Right.
Okay, all right. Just want to make sure he's
Now
ready.
you're going in a circle.
Cool. All right. So balloon, right? That was it?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yo, I want to make sure I get a heavy balloon. Boom, 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 boom.
Well, I don't really know, but you're not a baboon. Boom, 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 boom.
You think anyone's up on the moon? Boom, 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 boom.
Foghorn Leghorn's my favorite cartoon. Boom, 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 boom.
Pay for it with an antique doubloon. Boom, 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 boom.
Is that the one that flew with the loon? Boom, 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 boom.
Well, I don't know what you, but I don't want to do that soon. Boom, 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 boom.
Don't play the flute, I play the bassoon. Boom, 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 boom.
No one wants to hear me croon. Boom, 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 boom.
Sounds like a very damaged raccoon. Boom, 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 boom.
If it didn't have an M, it'd be Zune. Boom, 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 boom.
Daniel.
I know.
It worked.
It worked, but Zune is not a word.
That's
I know
fair.
my words a little bit.
I agree with you.
I appreciate
Right.
it.
Bye, Daniel. All right. I'm going to just scroll back up here. I saw heater. And we're going to start with Chrissy.
Brr, turn on the heater. Boom, 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 boom.
I register a 10 on the funny meter. Boom, 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 boom.
Happy time. I am the greeter. Boom, 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 boom.
I don't think you are definitely a cheater. Boom, 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 boom.
Doug's best friend's name is Skeeter. Boom, 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 boom.
I hate all the Yankees, even Derek Jeter. Boom, 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 boom.
Spill on him in a container that's a liter. Boom, 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 boom.
Well, it comes to me, it's called a kiloliter. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, Corey. Ian just used liter. You said liter too.
He scares
But
me a lot,
excellent
though.
job.
Anyway,
Yeah, Ian is scary. I'll admit that. He's a little intimidating. He's really smart and he knows all the big words. All right. So it is down to the three of them. All right. I saw we used balloon. Let's use popcorn. Starting with Chrissy.
I always get to start.
Dark hair and glasses.
Yeah. Yum, the movies. Let's eat popcorn. Boom, 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 boom.
I don't play a cold sax. I like it in the hot. No, why don't you can't rhyme popcorn?
Forlorn. Sorry, Eric. All right. Now, we do have our wonderful fam, and I think we should use their name in a battle. And Ian, I'm going to give you the honor to start us off in the battle for the fam's respect. Go for it. Shane.
Yo, there ain't no fam like our fam Shane. Boom, 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 boom.
His hair, it has such a nice mane. Boom, 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 boom.
Strutting right on down the lane. Boom, 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 boom.
Gonna print his picture, put it in a nice frame. Boom, 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 boom.
Trying to use slant rhymes is kind of lame. Boom, 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 boom.
You know who's not lame? It's Shane. Boom, 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 boom.
Chrissy, you used Shane. That means you're out. I'm sorry. Ian is our victor. Woo! Excellent job, everybody. Thank you also to our volunteers. Now I am going to pass this off to Chrissy.
Yeah, excellent. Let me replace that spotlight. Excellent. So thank you all for joining us today and having so much fun with us. Just a nice little reminder that our shows are pay what you wish. So if you're having a grand old time and you want to throw us $10 a ticket, $20 a ticket, $50 a ticket, $1 million a ticket, we would love that. But if you've only got a couple bucks in your pocket, that's okay. You can bring your own ticket price and pay what you wish. So we thank you all for being here, and we just have our Venmo and our PayPal information in the chat over there. And now I'm going to pass it off to my good friend Meredith, and she's going to host our next game whenever we find her.
It happened. I did it. I did it, you guys. So we're going to play the last game of the night. Oh, that happened. But that's okay. It has to be the last game of the night because I said so. That's right. We're going to play the game because I said so, where I get to be a 5-year-old and you get to be my parents. Yay! So what's going to happen is I'm going to have two parents and I'm going to ask that question that all 5-year-olds love to ask, which is why? That's right. So my parents will then need to explain the why to me without confusing me or saying things that are a little bit too old for a 5-year-old to understand. or for making me sad, because that could happen, or because they don't have anything else to say and they say, because I said so. If they say anything along those lines, then guess what? They're no longer my parents and I get a whole new one, which might be one of you. We can take on at least 2 people. So if you think that you're really good at explaining things, then come on down. I changed my settings so I can't see the messages. All right, Sin. Wait, hold on. Oh gosh, people. I thought I saw. Oh no, this is wildly chaotic, team.
I see Katie and the better Sean said.
Sin hasn't volunteered yet, and
Okay,
the better
let's
Sean
go
hasn't volunteered
with
yet.
Sin and Katie
Sean
and
Jr., the other Sean.
So the better Sean, why don't you come on down?
Can we let our fam play for the last game? Can we add one more?
Of course we can.
We
Thank
can't
you.
say no to our fam.
No way, Jose. Yeah. All right, so we are going to have as our line up here, we will then have Chrissy, Mallory, Sin, Ian, Ian, the better Sean, Daniel, Shane, Eric. Yes. Okay, excellent. So I have a question, and that question is, why do I have to read real books in school and not comic books in school?
Because real books teach you things like math and numbers.
Why?
Because math and numbers make your brain bigger.
Why?
Because the numbers take up a lot of inches inside your head, and therefore your head gets larger and larger.
What if my head gets too big?
We'll pop it with a little needle.
Why?
Because little needles are less scary than big needles.
Why?
Because they don't hurt as much.
Why?
Because it's like a bee, and when a bee stings you, it's really tiny and it doesn't hurt.
This hurt!
I've lied to you, my child.
Why would you do that? You're fired, Mama. All right. So bees are terrifying. Something that's less terrifying is our cheeseburgers. Mallory, why should I eat a cheeseburger every day?
Because they're absolutely super delicious.
Why?
Ooh, because they have all that fat and juicy umami and it just gets in your mouth and tastes so good.
Because it's got bacon and meat and sometimes vegetables if you want them.
I don't like bacon. You're fired. So I guess we gotta bring on a new parent. Sin, parent.
Yeah.
Why are vegetables important to eat?
Oh, they have vitamins in them.
Why?
Because little vitamin birds come and peck and put them in.
Why?
Because it makes their beaks feel really, really good.
Why do their beaks feel so good?
Well, if you pecked on a plant, you'd know it's the nutritious thing for your beak to do.
Why don't I have any plants to peck?
Because we ate them all. We ate the vegetables for dinner last night. We have to go to the grocery store.
Why do we have to go to the grocery store?
Because vegetables don't just grow in the ground. You have to go to a store to get them.
Wait. So where do the plants come from if they don't come from the store?
They come from the moon.
Why?
Because the moon is made of green cheese and plants are green.
Why?
Because of the little slime monsters that live inside of them.
Ah, that's scary. I don't like the slime monsters. Monsters don't live on the moon, right?
Of course they don't. What lives on the moon are moon critters.
Why do moon critters live on the moon? Better than Sean? Why do
The moon critters live on the moon because they love to jump up in the air.
Why?
Because the gravity is lower there and they can go really high up.
Why?
Because there's technically no gravity in space.
Technicalities are great. Why are they great?
Because the more you know, the greater you become.
Why do I have to read books in school?
You have to read books in school so you can get smarter.
Why?
Because the smart bird gets the worm.
Why?
The smart bird gets the worm because he thinks what to do to get the worm.
Why are they getting the worms and not the vegetables?
Because smart birds don't have little tiny vitamin beaks.
Why?
They don't have vitamin B because they already eat their vitamins.
Why?
Because they're smart and they knew that if they ate vitamins and worms, they'd have all the bases covered in their food groups.
Why is a food pyramid important?
The food pyramid is important because it helps you stay healthy and you can digest easier.
Why do I have to be healthy?
Because we want you to be big and strong.
Why?
So you don't fail your PE tests and exams.
You think I'm gonna fail? You're fired. I don't want to fail. New parent? Am I gonna fail PE?
Of course not, because now you have a new parent.
Why do I have a new parent?
Because we always like to keep things fresh for you.
Why?
Because freshness means that Subway made it, and Subway means it's good.
Why does new parent think that Subway is good?
Because he's been in the ground too long.
Why is he a worm? Why are you a worm?
Because I'm full of nutrients.
Why?
Because he's been burrowing among the vitamin-rich plants.
Why?
Because I want to see if I can create a maze nobody can solve.
Why?
Because he thinks he's smarter than the smart birds.
Why?
Because I went to school and read the comic books.
Why?
Because worm school doesn't have too many numbers.
Why?
Because everybody found out that the chairs were made of 4s, so they stopped using the 4s.
Why?
Because we didn't want to force anyone to do anything.
No, forcing people to do things is wrong. Why should we make sure that people volunteer?
Because it makes them feel welcome.
Why?
Because volunteering is the salt of the earth.
Salt tastes icky. You're fired. New parent. I think it's Shane right now. Yes.
He's here.
Okay, good. Shane, parent. Why do you think I should volunteer to be a superhero?
That is because doing what's right is right, no matter what.
Why isn't right left?
Because otherwise you'd end up going in a circle.
Why?
Well, if you keep going in a circle, you'll never end up reaching your destination unless your destination was where you started.
Why?
Because I created the maze underneath the dirt by being a worm, and I made sure that eventually your beginning was your ending.
Why?
Because life underground is hard enough as it is, so we didn't want to make it too hard on you. Round maze, just better.
Why?
Because the earth core is really hard to dig through as a worm.
Why am I so dizzy?
That's because you're spinning in circles. To fix it, you got to spin the other way.
Why?
Because it'll create a tornado and then we can call you Tornado Girl.
Why?
Well, nicknames derive from actions you do. So the faster you spin, the greater force of tornadoes you get, and there your name becomes Tornado Girl.
Why?
Yeah, that was enough logic to make my head melt. I don't know how you're still here.
I don't know why I'm still here either because I'm so dizzy. You're fired, Daniel Dad. Shane, if I were Tornado Girl, who would you be?
Well, Captain Storm, master of weather manipulation.
Whoa. Why?
Because he's very windy when he talks.
Why?
I'm the secret stepson of Poseidon, but no one's supposed to know that, so don't tell anyone.
Why does he have 2 eyes instead of 1?
Well, because then you can lock onto your target, kind of like a chameleon.
Why?
Because chameleons are known for adapting to their surroundings and surviving, and you want to be able to adapt to survive, live longer, that sort of thing.
Why?
Because chameleons are yummy and other animals want to eat them.
Why do other animals want to eat chameleons?
Because they're full of Skittles.
Why?
Because someone said taste the rainbow when they took it seriously.
Why?
You know, that's a hard question. I guess it's because everyone likes candy.
Can I have candy?
Of course.
Why?
Because you're good and you listen to your parents.
No, I don't. I'm not a good child. And scene.
Absolutely. And scene indeed. So thank you very much, Shane, there for being such a great parent and all the other volunteers we had in there. Thanks for all of the volunteers we had this evening. If you really like us and like to have us for like a company party or a birthday party and you're still stuck inside for Zoom, you can hire us. Just go to bringyourownimprov.com, click on book us, and you can do that here. Continue to tell your friends because word of mouth is the best way that we can get people in here, and we'll let you know if you sign up for like our newsletter or keep an eye on our social media when we'll be able to be back on the stage as soon as we know. We just need Rhode Island guidance to allow us to open back up. Please make sure you like and subscribe if you're watching this later on YouTube. Remember, folks, our show is pay what you wish. So if you haven't bought a ticket yet, please purchase one by going to those links that'll be in the chat in just a moment. And that is going to allow you to, buy a ticket for 10 or 20. Or again, if you're like, I'm a little hard up right now, here's a couple bucks. We understand. Hey, we all just want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to laugh. And while we still support the arts, I think there's a little critter on Shane's screen. We'll check that out later. Again, thank you to all those volunteers. Shane, thank you so much for being our fam. That was fantastic. You know, I really want to thank this cast one more time because, 1 year of doing this, that's a lot of hard work. I can't thank those who aren't here right now, but I can thank these people. Let's thank Chrissy.
Remember to only get bacon every 3rd cheeseburger.
Let's thank Ian.
Hey, Barney's here and he can read your mind and know what you wish to pay. So we'll compare later.
Let's thank Mallory, as I didn't tell her because I was also keeping an eye on Meredith to let her know that I'm going to put her screen on so she doesn't replace us all. Let's thank Mallory.
I did tell you all I was a superhero. I'm an agent for chaos.
And Eric.
Goodbye from Garindon. He's the guy in Star Wars with the long beak and the glasses who says that the guys are, never mind, not important.
And of course, Meredith.
So much more from comic books than I do from math books.
Thank you guys so much. And goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
I'll see some of you at the 9.
Done.